Hi everyone, welcome to another weekend vlog. So this weekend I've had a few things on this, or have things planned for this weekend. Last night, Friday night, I didn't really do too much. Just sort of hung around the house and took it easy. Because first thing this morning I went and moved a whole lot of furniture. So the backstory for that, I needed to get a few things like a dining room table and things like that, because when my ex moved out about 9 months ago, he took a whole lot of stuff from here, and so I finally been able to replace that, mostly through hand-me-down stuff from family and things like that, people moving houses and not needing other things. So I have a TV, which is good. I haven't had a TV for about 9 months, would you believe? I also got a dining room table and chairs and some various other stuff as well. So I'll show you a bit of the things that I have got. So that's the dining room table and chairs that I've got. So nice Baltic pine, I think, table and chairs. So now I used to have just a trestle table there, and the only chair that I had was my chair from my office, so it's nice to kind of have a full dining room set. The other thing, I've got some little side tables here, so they're to go in my bedroom. I do have a couple in there at the moment, but they're quite mismatched, so it'll be nice to have a couple of nice ones and matching ones as well, and then just a few other odds and ends. I have no idea. My mother moved houses and for some reason decided to leave like all of this party stuff with me. I didn't even know where it came from, but I'll sort through all of that. I think my work might end up getting a donation of party goods that we can use at functions and stuff, and then a whole lot of my old toys. Well, that's actually my handbag, but more party stuff, and then a few toys, and I think got a few mugs and stuff in there from when I was a kid. Yes, there's a few boxes and things to have a look through. So this is my spare room now. So I actually have a bed, and in there is sheets and stuff to go on it. So I can actually have guests around now, which is nice. This couch was actually my grandma's on my stepmom's side. So this couch actually belongs to my oldest stepbrother, but he is over in Sydney at the moment, so asked me to look after it while he's over there. So that's why that's there. And then I have a nice, I was wondering where my thongs were, and that's where they are. So now there is a dressing table in here as well. I'm still trying to work out what I'm going to use that for, if it's just going to be storage or not, or if guests, I doubt that I would ever have a long-term stay guest, but if they're staying for a week or whatever, then at least they'd have somewhere to put their clothes. And that's just a box of random clothes, which I've kind of had a rifle through, but I think the rest will go to charity. And that's about it. So that's what I have been doing so far this week, and it's just been moving furniture around and stuff. So it's now the evening time, and I'm all dressed up. A girlfriend has booked us in to go see the Aussie Hunks, so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're heading into the city, and yeah, going to make a night of it. If those of you who haven't heard of Aussie Hunks, it's male strippers. Can't remember if this is the same group that I've seen before, like a few years ago, but I think they do like a almost like a Magic Mike kind of thing, so should be a nice good show, I hope, but I'll let you know how that goes. So last night, the Aussie Hunks that I went out to see, oh my gosh, most definitely hunks, all of them, and not talking like just the hot body when they're all buff and stuff, but then their face is like a dog's breakfast. We're talking the complete package. good body, good face, everything was good. The dancing, well, let's face it, no one's exactly going to be Channing Tatum, are they? But you know, they did a pretty good job. I think they did. I got up on stage and had a free lap dance, which was pretty cool. And they came around through the crowd and, you know, did a couple of dancing on ladies and the hands going everywhere and whatnot. So they put on a really good show. I was quite happy with it. Only costed $25. So if you haven't seen one of their shows, Aussie Hunks is what they're called here in Adelaide. I'd recommend that you look them up and maybe go see one of their shows. It was really good. So I went over to a friend's place for lunch. It's a friend actually that I made on holidays. She was part of the group that I was traveling with, and so that's kind of how I met her. So 2.5 weeks, and she's just such a lovely woman. She's just amazing. And so, you know, we agreed to, you know, keep in touch because we just got on so well. And I actually bought a couple of souvenirs back from holidays because they were going on for another, or her and her partner were going on for another couple of weeks. I offered to take home the souvenirs that they'd bought in Tanzania and Rwanda, just so they had a little bit more room in their travel case. So I caught up with them for lunch, went over to her place, and oh my gosh, there was just so much food there. It was just so generous. And she also bought me a little rhino key ring as well as a little souvenir and a thank you for carrying things home for her. Oh, bless you. That was just the dog. She's been running around. Yeah, so that kind of wrapped up my Sunday. Other than that, that was about it for my weekend. But I hope you all had a really great weekend. If you'd like to let me know the highlights of yours, feel free to pop them in the comments. Until then, I'll see you next weekend. Bye.